They have the best squad, definitely. The best players in order to, but they still have a big chance for me in Champions League. Yeah. And this is what makes the team in heaven, you know? So I don't want that they're going to choose between the two, but Champions League is a big thing for them. Really?
He said whatever pays more, that's what he does.
Oh.
You know what the deal is? They laughed when I said that Conte going to Napoli in May, that they will be a Scudetto contender.
Who laughed? The same people?
Bonetti and Grella. They laughed at me.
Oh.
So now I have to back Napoli to win just to put
Can I teach you something about this guy? He's a fan of whoever gives him a free kit. Whoever gives him a free jersey, he becomes their biggest cheerleader for the season.
I don't even think it takes that much. A pair of socks and he's all in.
There's a guy with the Milan shoes the other day. How about that?
Alessandro, you kind of sat on the fence when we asked you at half-time who's going to win the Scudetto this season. Who are you saying if you had to pick a team?
Well, for me, I said even before that Napoli has a big chance because of they don't play in Europe, and usually Conte the first year is really focused. And I see a team that they lose a big at the beginning, 3-0, a huge game, a huge loss, and they come back really strong. They are winning games by 1-0 constantly. That's kind of win that you want and you need during the season in order to win a trophy. So Atalanta has a good chance as well, but a great team. They fill in the bench more than past years. That's a great change for them, and they play so good. They're confident, but they need to play Champions League as well. So
you think Napoli? But I don't think you're allowed to say that.
No, I believe Napoli have more chance than the other ones.
That's worse than Marco.
More than Atalanta and Inter. But Marco was too much. I mean, I put brain. I put brain in my thought. I don't know what he put.
How come you guys don't laugh at him for choosing Napoli?
Now I think
way.
it is Napoli. Now Alessandro said it. When you said it, I thought you were crazy. When other people are saying it, maybe they've got a bit of a point.
But listen, if Atalanta did it, at this point I wouldn't be surprised with how good they're playing. It's a toss-up. I still think Inter is the strongest team, but with the way that Napoli only has one game a week, Conte is a master at that.
If you don't ask that question in Torino, I think you don't get many Juventuses on the board as well. I think that's the reality of what we saw here tonight.
Who do you think, Grell? Who did you give for your pick?
Inter.
Inter. Still? You still feel that way?
Over 90 minutes, I think, is the most difficult opponent. That they ask so many questions of their opponent, of how they play football, how they defend. Haven't conceded a goal in the Champions League yet. So the oldest team in Serie A, if you wait the playing time, so that's going to be difficult for them, juggling all the competitions like Alessandro says that Napoli doesn't have. But for me, Inter it's theirs to lose.
I still think Inter as well. The fact that they've played some poor games, the players, Bastoni came out and said, I don't know why we're switching off, and they're still near the top of the table. If they get it together like they have in previous seasons, then they're still the best team in Serie A.
They have the best squad, definitely. The best players in order to, but they still have a big chance for me in Champions League. Yeah. And this is what makes the team in heaven, So I don't want that they're going to choose between the two, but Champions League is a big thing for them. So let's see.
But have they shown in the past that they are one of those teams, the unique few that can manage both competitions? Because we saw them make it all the way to the final and win the Scudetto.
Inter absolutely has the depth. They have almost more than two teams. I mean, you think that Zielinski is an alternative off the bench is something ridiculous to even say. So it's great. It's great for us because we're covering this league, and we have everybody at this desk that we can't even all come to a consensus on who's going to win. I think it's the most competitive and exciting league in the world right now.
You're not going to like to hear this as a former Juventino, but Fiorentina, they still have a game to play, right, against Inter. That could be very important.
Bologna have got a game in hand.
Lazio as well, but Fiorentina have to be in the mix.
Yeah, it's a great time to watch Serie A because at the moment you pick a horse and you can't pick a favorite. It's almost impossible. So you watch it, you get into it, and you pick a horse. It's the best time to get into it.
What did we say? 4 different winners in 4 seasons. Then Inter obviously won. Now the potential for 5.
Could be
you
5 and 5.
It's the best league in the world. Maybe this is showing you good.
I just like excitement. I like that we're sitting here and we can't decide on who's going to win, and we can make a case for so many different teams. And can you imagine if Napoli wins 2 times while CBS has had the rights, and they went 33 years without winning for the first time?
Why are you so excited?
Antonio Conte, I got to prove you guys wrong.
Did they just give him a pair of stocks or something?
Yesterday in the pre-match when he went to go speak with Motta, he was his psychiatrist. He was telling Motta, you're doing great. Motta said, no, we got to do better. He said, you're doing great. He was his psychiatrist yesterday.
I hope we don't go back to Napoli. Marco had about 5 people getting Napoli tattoos all over when we were last there, so more to come from Naples.